What's up, everyone? It's Bo here with FANCRAFT, and this is actually kind of interesting because this is the first time in, I think, the entire season that I'm not pre-recording an episode. That's right. I am here on the FANCRAFT server, and this is basically now. So, and at the beginning of the summer, as with a lot of folks, I was on vacation. Basically when everything went live. So I had to get ahead of the game. And because I knew that I was going to have a lot of travel this summer, I did a lot of that. And then more travel, and then more travel, and then more travel. It's been a lot of travel this year so far. But that's okay, I thought. I mean, hey, we can travel around. There's nothing wrong with that. We just get ahead of the game, record a lot of videos, and we'll get going. It drove the FANCRAFTers crazy, especially with games like the, Bounty Hunter competition, everything else, the different battles and whatnot, because what would end up happening is we'd have these epic confrontations. Woo! Okay. Hey, up and landed. Perfect. We'd have these epic confrontations, and then, everybody would tune in to see all their antics, and it wouldn't be out for a month. So yeah, kind of crazy. But nope, we are now caught up. This is now, and this really means nothing to anybody other than, well, frankly, us. But I thought I'd let you know that. I'd let you in on a little behind the scenes for FANCRAFT. But we are here at the base of the Jedi Temple, and you may have noticed that some things have changed. All of the Star Wars biomes are done. Now with this one, I know I mentioned kind of wanted to do more of a Coruscant, and as I started working on it, I realized I was really kind of going for more of a Death Star motif. And honestly, I think it kind of works. Why not have a Death Star biome? I mean, hey, I think it looks great. And beyond that, it kind of creates this nice little quadrant right here in the center of the Star Wars district. And I think that, it really kind of completes everything as you kind of spin around and look and see the different, kind of biomes. It's a good spot, and I am thinking it looks great. But last week, of course, we were turning ourselves to the dark side, specifically the deep dark, so that we could get Skulk. And despite my lack of knowledge, I actually was able to make a couple of trips and was very successful. I have gotten us a lot of Skulk, a ton of Skulk actually, and it is right here at the PIM building. Now, because I am all caught up on videos and no longer ahead of the game, it means I also have a very short amount of time to make a video this week. I mean, it just kind of is what it is, but that's okay. We're going to make it work. And it's actually kind of perfect because whilst we have been enjoying our Jedi Temple build and all that kind of good stuff, I have been doing some little projects here around the Marvel District. And with the Skulk now at the PIM building, I'm thinking that we need to communicate more clearly that the PIM building sells Skulk. So, all right, narratively, I'm thinking what if at PIM Technologies, they have been doing some research, let's say in the quantum realm, and in so doing, maybe opened up a black hole of some sort, and so the building is starting to have some major issues. I think that's what we need to do with the Skulk and the PIM building today. That's what we're going to go for. Now, that's not all. We are also going to do a little graffitiing because, as you may know, the Loki series is now available, and we have launched the Loki TV Talk podcast. If you have not checked it out yet, please go to LokiTVTalk.com, and you can subscribe to that podcast. We're also posting up the episodes on the YouTube channel as well, so you may catch them there. But yeah, I thought, what better way to celebrate than doing a little Loki graffiti? Now, we could put it on the Avengers Tower. That would certainly make sense. That would definitely make sense. But I'm thinking that we need to do it a little bit more mischievously, and we're going to put it right here on the Fantastic Four Tower. Now, full disclosure, I originally thought about building a Loki statue. We're not going to do that. We're going to graffiti the building instead. I think that'll be good. This is actually going to solve a bit of a problem that the Marvel District has had, which is that there is kind of a general blandness in this area. Now, over here, and here, we've got some nice color, but from Avengers Tower all the way to the Fantastic Four building, we've got kind of grays, whites, a little bit of blue, a little bit of brown, a little bit of green, but otherwise, it's just not very colorful. And so by tearing up this building a little bit, going a little, becoming a bit of a quantum maniac and tearing it up here, there, and everywhere, that'll kind of break up just the general whiteness of the PIM building. And then also by slapping on some Loki graffiti, at least temporarily, that'll also give a nice splash of color right here and hopefully kind of balance out our view of the Marvel District for the moment. Now, Marvel still has a lot of different plots that are available. I've actually kind of got an idea for right here. I noticed that I want to say this is probably Fox is doing something within the Sanctum that has to do with cows. We're not going to question it, okay? We're not going to question it. He's doing something with cows and sheep, but mostly cows. So I'm guessing leather. We're not going to question it, okay? He's got a plan. Let's see what he does with it. We're going to see what he does with it. But speaking of working on it all, we're going to get started on these projects today, see how far we get, and let's have some fun. Let's see what we can come up with. So I'm thinking the first thing we need to do is actually just kind of scuff this up a little bit. Basically, I want there to be these kind of giant, kind of holes in the building where, I don't know, maybe it's being either sucked inside or like quantum energy might even be radiating from outside. I think that's good. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting. It's always difficult to do this. I envy people who are working with Java where they can actually just, use kind of camera plugins and everything that works really nicely. I know that's something that's eventually going to come to Bedrock. I think it's actually experimental right now. And so when that happens, it's going to be very great because then you can easily pull back in survival and see kind of what you're doing and how it looks and feels and kind of all that good stuff. So yes, we would like this. This would be very nice. As it stands, you just have to burn through rockets and, pray that your elytra doesn't go down. Okay, that's pretty good. We'll do kind of like a little edge right there. Maybe something right there. Ooh, and I just realized we might do like a giant one kind of running down the side right here to really break up this back area. Because as I mentioned last week, I'm very much considering putting the next district right here, which is very different from my original plans when I was city planning and city managing, if you will, the kind of the development of where we would go next. I'm really thinking this might be, skellies. Yes. Anyway, as I was saying, I was really thinking like this whole area, like terraforming it to be a bunch of islands and making this more of like a pirate area would be super cool, especially because, I've been digging One Piece and obviously, we got Pirates of the Caribbean and other piratey type goodness. Yeah, it could be fun. It could be fun. So anyway, this will be the pirate, I think, district going forward. Thus, we need this to look a lot nicer, or at least more interesting. So I think that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so let's see. Okay. Trying to figure out I'm trying to figure out some design details, but as you can see, I have added kind of the spots, right? Where kind of the quantum realm, maybe the building is getting sucked into the quantum realm. Maybe there's issues with the PIM particles, that sort of thing. But I've got here 3 different kind of styles of what to do with this particular design. So in the top corner, it's just kind of like the little black hole kind of eating and kind of sucking the building on the inside. With the one below it, we've got a couple of like little particles that are kind of popping out and kind of like, I don't know, almost as if energy is either sucking into it or kind of coming out of that portal. But then there's this one, which I think I really like. And that one kind of, you have like the particles on the inside. It's almost like the PIM particles are, I don't know, they're doing something. We don't exactly know what, but something's going on in there. And I think that's kind of cool looking. I just don't know how or if I can really replicate that on some of the smaller openings or smaller holes. So I don't know. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that concept and I'm going to put it in that one. Like, I'm going to remove kind of everything on the outside going in because I don't think that's really communicating what I was hoping for. And I'm going to push back you can't really see it because like it's going to come across probably on your screen. It's mostly just black, but there's some black wool back there. I'm going to push that inwards and then see if I can create kind of that particle effect lookingness that we've got going on right here that I think looks really solid. That's tricky. That's tricky to pull off, but we'll see. We'll see what I can do. It's looking good though. I think it's definitely looking good. It's definitely giving kind of this building some life, some very much needed life. And I've started on the backside too. I haven't gotten nearly as far as with the other spots, but as you can see, it's coming along. It's coming along. It's going to look nice. Okay, we're going to deal with you right now. Oh, come on. Boom. Oh yeah, I think we got it. Look. Yes. This looks really good. Okay, so I've got the PIM particles. I've got the PIM particles up there and up there. And as you can see, I think it looks really nice. They're kind of like busting out. It kind of gives a little bit more life to the build, right? So you've got kind of the darkness and everything that's kind of eating away at the building or kind of, eating it from within. But then you also have kind of the PIM particles that are kind of busting out and glowing through. And at the moment, it's kind of hard to tell because, well, it's daytime, but at night, it looks really good. I wish there was a way to like sleep during the day. That would be really helpful in this situation. There we go. All right. So there, as you can see now, it's nice. It's lit up. I put basically kind of some shroom lights in the base of each one of the portals. And also put some carpet over and everything else. So you've got the nice little light up effect on all sides. And I think it looks really, really good. There we go. Yes. Definitely looking good. I dig it. I think that's perfect. And also giving life to the area. Like I said, the goal here is we're trying to kind of break up these two buildings, add a little bit of color, a little bit more life, that sort of deal. And I feel like we're starting to do that here with the PIM building. Now, this is that was weird. This is just the beginning for what we want to do with the PIM building. Like, this is the exterior. It communicates now that we sell Skulk here, which is good. But I've got some ideas for what I really want to do that's going to kind of tie into what's going on. I kind of want to tell a little bit of a story to some extent with kind of the PIM building, the quantum realm. But we must continue the work that we have set aside for today, and that is going to be a little bit more mischievous from here on out because we are going to be slapping a Loki right here on the side of the Fantastic Four Baxter building. And ironically, after waiting all that time for the nighttime to come, I now need to sleep. There we go. Much better. Okay, great. I really do love this little, like, the bag end, the bow end that we built right here. It's so perfectly framed with the Marvel District. When you, like, pop out, you've got everything. And a little bit of Star Wars. But you got everything right here with the Marvelness of it all. I might have to pop back over here once it's done just to kind of get a sense of what's going on. So admittedly, I'm not the best when it comes to pixel art, but I feel, fairly confident, mostly because I'm literally just borrowing. Can we call it borrowing? Found a Loki pixel art that I think looks really good, and that's what we're going to be building this based off of. I would totally give credit. Would definitely give credit if I could, except I don't actually know where this one comes from. Like, it's a completely uncredited pixel art. So if this is yours, or if you happen to know, by all means, put it in the comments, because I am unsure. And I think I'm just going to go for just a full-on 3D printing, just a layer at a time. That seems to be a good idea. Do I want, hang on. Do I want green? I think I want lime. Let's go with lime terracotta. That's nice. It's a little bit of a brighter green. I suppose if it doesn't look right, I can always go back and do it again. It's a low risk build. It's definitely like a low risk build. You know what I mean? Like, there's no getting this wrong. There's no getting this right, for that matter. It just is. There's something about this that, for whatever reason, is hurting my brain. It's like I can't quite process this. Like, I have to look back and see how it looks, even though I really don't need to do that. We're printing blocks here. Okay, I was hoping this would get a little bit easier as we got up to the face. And so far, we're tracking pretty good. Yes, this is, yep. Yes, this is good. This is good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This is hurting my brain, and it's nighttime. And I've gotten pretty far, as you can see. We're making progress here. We've got ourselves some pixel art, and also, I'm kind of dying. So let's get some food and some sleep. There is something about this that absolutely just melts my brain, but we're doing okay. We're making some solid progress here. I think it's looking solid. I really do. I do think that it's looking solid. But this is great because, of course, not only are we doing this for the mischievous fun of just being mischievous, but we're also doing this because there is a new Loki season 2 that is currently available on Disney Plus and a brand new podcast called Loki TV Talk. I'm actually doing that with my sister, which is kind of fun. So if you haven't checked it out yet, you can go to lokitvtalk.com to learn more about the show. And we'll be covering every single episode of this season of Loki. But what I'm really loving about this is because not only is it fun to do a podcast with my sister, which is kind of fun, something we've always kind of talked about doing but never officially did, but it's fun because we're fans of Loki, but we're also co-founding, or at least two of the founding members of the crew of Loki. Now, crew in this instance is like a Mardi Gras crew. That's like the parades that they go down in New Orleans and Mardi Gras and all that kind of good stuff. We're a sub-crew of Chewbacca's. And it's pretty sweet. If you've never checked this out before, you can go to Instagram at Crew of Loki. That's crew with a K. And you can actually see some of our pictures from last year from the Mardi Gras, and we're looking forward to this coming year. Obviously, we've got quite a ways to go there, but you know what? With Loki Season 2 being out, it seems the perfect time to get mischievous, promote out the podcast of Loki TV Talk, as well as promote out our Mardi Gras crew of the crew of Loki. Okay, it's kind of hard to tell at this angle. Am I doing this right? Right there, and then one right over here, I want to say. The horns are hard to get right. And I say this as somebody who has had to cosplay as a Loki. If you don't get the horns right, you've messed up. The whole thing's going to fall apart. Okay. Yes. I think this is right. We're looking good. Okay. And we just need to recreate that over here. So I shouldn't be that. I'm not going to mess that up. Boom, boom, boom. No. Boom, boom, boom. And then go boom, boom. Right? Yes. No. Yes. And then this is here, and then boom, and then boom. I think that's got to be it. Okay, let's pull back. Let's gather up our stuff, and let's see what we got. Oh, yes, that's looking good. Okay, yeah, look at Loki. Look at our little Loki. We can actually clear this up, because like I said, originally I had intended to make a Loki statue, but we went with Loki graffiti instead. And so this is now an available plot again for anybody who wants to build and cover up this beautiful face. Nobody's gonna do that. Nobody's gonna cover up that beautiful face right there. That's just too good. Oh man, that's pretty good. Yeah. Okay. All right. I like it. Okay, it's always very interesting when you just instantly see something new and something's been essentially added to the skyline, right? Because this, to some extent, I mean, it's technically graffiti, right? It's on top of his build. I didn't break apart his build. So, okay, look, I'm going to let you in on a secret, okay? I definitely asked Will if it would be okay if I could do this. And he definitely, he didn't say no. So that counts as getting permission, right? Like that he's okay with it. So that counts. He's fine with it. He's great with it. He's going to love it. When he sees it, he's going to love it. I hope he likes it. We'll find out. We'll definitely have to find out, but I think it's looking pretty sweet. Admittedly, I guess in my head, I thought that the Loki would have like a lot more green involved with it, but obviously the gold helmet is kind of the big statement piece. But that's okay. We needed some color. We needed some color in this area. And until we get a build here, then I think this is looking really good. Or at least until Will takes us down because he hates it. But he's not going to hate it, y'all. He's going to love it. He's going to love it. Okay? He's going to love it. So I hope you enjoyed this. I also hope you check out the Loki TV Talk podcast if you haven't done so already. Head over to LokiTVTalk.com where you can subscribe. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this. Over here doing my outro, and I totally forget. I did the back too. Now, I didn't put the PIM particles in the back of the building, but as you can see, I think it looks really good. It certainly kind of gives the back of the building a little bit of life so that if we do, in fact, use this back area as a new district, it won't look totally terrible. And I can do some more details on the back if and when the time comes, but I think that looks great. So yes, that's right. We are done for today. We have done the things. We have livened up the PIM building. We have given a nice splash of color to that area of the Marvel District. And of course, we put ourselves a nice giant Loki right there on the side of Will's Baxter building. And he's going to love it because he just is, okay? Like, he's going to love it. Be sure to like this video if you think Will's going to love it. Or just like it anyway. You know what? Do it for the likes. Like the video. Do that. Also, be sure to check out the Loki TV Talk podcast. That is going to do it for us for today. But until next time, goodbye.